everyone. It's time to eat, drink, and be merry with your hosts, Lisa and Nancy.
Well, today's show is all about peanuts, picnics, and wine.
Well, okay.
We got to have our peanuts. Yeah,
okay.
That'll pack some protein in. They're
right.
perfect for picnics.
Yeah.
It's spring season. Well, it's a good thing we're not having a picnic today in Tucson because we've got rain. But we still manage to have. That's why we have ramadas and gazebos, so you can still have a picnic in the rain if you want. But joining us on today's Big Blend Radio Eat, Drink, and Be Merry show, we have Ruth Milstein joining us. She is the author of the Gourmand Award-winning recipe book, Cooking with Love, Ventures into the New Israeli Cuisine, and she's going to share one of her favorite muffin recipes, and it's just for you, Nancy, broccoli quinoa muffins.
See, now I would try that.
I know.
I like quinoa. Broccoli, not a real fan of, but now if it's in a muffin.
With Parmesan cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
See, now that sounds good.
I'm digging that. So
it's
she'll
a good way to get your veggies.
She knows how to sneak vegetables in for kids to eat their veggies or mothers like Nancy to eat her veggies. Also, five-star chef Ivan Flowers is back on. He's going to be sharing his favorite picnic recipe, his seafood salad sandwich recipe. Mm-hmm. And it's got crab, which is good. Dungeness crab? You can tell I say it's good, but I'm allergic to it. But there you go. But rumor has it that today is his birthday.
Oh. Yeah,
so he shares his birthday with Edgar Casey. He's got shares his birthday with Wilson Pickett, Charlie Pride, and he's got a lot of musicians' birthdays today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe he sings in the kitchen.
Maybe. And then on the wine side, sommelier-Hilarielarson, she shares some tips on wine temperatures. In other words, if you're having a picnic, you do not want to have your Chardonnay be out in the sun. She's going to be talking about that.
You take its temperature with a thermometer?
I do it by taking a sip, but anyway, or two, but she'll be talking about that. And Donna George from the Peanut-Patch-yuma will be sharing her fun facts on peanuts.
Well, all right.
Yeah. All right, happy Sunday, everybody. It is March 18th. I hope you're feeling good after St. Patrick's Day yesterday. Yes, St. Patty's Day on a Saturday is a dangerous thing. But in case you need it, today is a National Sloppy Joe Day. So if you want to be a Sloppy Joe, you can, or you can eat one. You can eat a Sloppy Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a Sloppy Joe for years. I mean, since I was a kid.
Some.
I don't know about that. But hey, we're broadcasting live from Tucson, Arizona. We're your hosts, Nancy Reed and Lisa Smith, the crazy mother-daughter travel team and publishers of two digital interactive magazines. We've got Big Blend Radio and TV magazine. That's our variety lifestyle publication. The new spring issue is out. Check it out at blendradioandtv.com. And we have Parks and Travel magazine, which is all about parks and travel. So check that out at nationalparktraveling.com. We air Big Blend Radio daily, Monday through Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Friday through Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For the full schedule, check it out at bigblendradio.com. But now it's time to get Ruth on the show so we can talk about broccoli, Nancy. You ready?
Yeah.
Ruth Milstein is the author of the Gourmand Award-winning recipe book, Cooking with Love, Ventures into the New Israeli Cuisine. And she is back on Big Blend Radio today to talk about picnics and to share one of her favorite picnic recipes, which happens to be broccoli quinoa muffins. And that's a really good thing for Nancy here on Big Blend Radio, because Nancy, getting her to eat her broccoli is a difficult thing. But already looking at the photo and the recipe, which everyone, it's up on blendradioandtv.com, by the way, she's already ready to try this and to eat them. So this is a good thing. Also, Ruth's recipes are, she's on Big Blend Radio all the time. You go to blendradioandtv.com, look in our expert department. You'll see her recipes listed there, her past interviews, and her recipes are on the website as well as in Big Blend Radio and TV magazine. The good thing to do, too, is go get her book. You can get it on Amazon or go to ruthmilstein.com. It's like a second edition pretty much with a new cover, hardcover, and reformatted, so it's exciting times while she's getting ready to publish her second cookbook. Ruth, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
Hey, doing good. It's good to have you back on the show. So this is
Thank
so
you.
cool. I wanted to just touch base on that Cooking with Love is out there. It's like a beautiful hardcover now and reformatted a bit, and that you're still working on your second book because you apparently overdid it with a lot more than.
Yes, we're editing now.
Oh, that's the hard part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is to what do you keep and all that good stuff. So very exciting. Very exciting.
It's very exciting, a lot of work, but I love to do it.
Mhm.
Loving it.
And all the research, because you like to give people tips and
a lot of
not
tips
just
there.
recipes.
I like it. I like tips. And I like to give the tips. A lot of article about food, technical article. It's between the recipes, and it's good. It's good for the kitchen.
See, yeah, good.
Well, it's good because people learn.
Yeah.
Instead of just copying a recipe, they start to learn about food, and maybe they'll try things a little more.
Yeah, like
broccoli. Me and broccoli.
Yes, here we go on the broccoli. Okay, so Nancy, this is the thing. I think what it is partially like a lot of times when it comes to broccoli that people boil it and don't look at me, Nancy, because the way I do broccoli is like not going to make you happy either. But it can become this mushy kind of
Gumby,
gross thing, and broccoli can also be really, really good. So before we even talk about the muffins, what is it that people are doing wrong that gets people to kind of turn their head away from broccoli?
They overcook it.
Okay.
A few seconds and straight eat it or straight to ice water. And once it's ice water, it's not appetizing.
That's
nobody
true.
likes broccoli. It's nice look. When you look at it, it's nice. It's nice vegetable. I don't like it. I don't like broccoli also. I try to dump it, in the soup, try to here and there, but always I try to find what to do with that. It's so healthy.
Mhm.
And it's available all year round.
Mhm.
Fresh or frozen, it's available.
And it's good for you. That's it. I mean, the
it's
fiber, and then
you.
it's that dark greens. You know.
And what about the calorie? No calorie, nothing.
See.
It's not fattening.
So we can eat a lot, but then okay, so a lot of people will go get those trays of broccoli and carrots and then dip it in ranch salad dressing, and that's where you go wrong.
This is wrong because the salad dressing is full of fat. Especially the one that you buy it. It's full of fat.
It's better to make your own.
Yeah, make your own.
You make your own.
Yeah. Would you take broccoli, like for a picnic party, would you take one of those, trays with carrots and broccoli and do that?
Broccoli, even the adult won't eat it. Not in the picnic, no. Why? Why?
Some people really like broccoli.
You want to punish somebody, yes.
Well, it tastes kind of bitter.
It's a fun day. It's a fun day to meet a friend and relative. It's less formal day, really.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. It's fun.
Well, here's the thing I have to say about you have a picnic and you bring out, here's the tray of carrots and broccoli, right? And here's the thing. When people do go for the broccoli, they think, oh, let's be good. Well, number one, I just remind you that you're eating fiber, but it's good for you. But if you just start eating the broccoli, then you're going to walk around with green teeth because all those little green things get stuck in between your teeth.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's true.
And then especially if you're trying to, pick up on somebody, you don't be all like smiling.
Picnic.
Maybe
don't be flirting with broccoli teeth.
Yeah, toothbrush.
Yeah.
It looks like little aliens all like sitting in a plate.
Okay,
like midget
the
aliens.
broccoli by itself is nice to look at. It's nice flower.
It is pretty. Yeah,
it's very pretty. Yeah.
Okay, so now you said to do muffins. So that's a good thing for a picnic because they're easy to transport. You can do it before, right? And
yes, I did it before. I did it. You can do it the day before. And double it. You can double it. It's the papa. I pop it up like popcorn. It's so tasty.
Ooh, and you're using quinoa.
Yeah, quinoa. The quinoa. You don't know what you're eating. I gave it to children. They didn't know what they eat. They didn't know what the green. The quinoa, forget it. They didn't know what it is. They thought it's flour. The flour. The green one, they didn't know. They thought maybe color or something. They didn't know what it is. It didn't taste the broccoli. It tastes something great, but not broccoli. But what's dominant really there, it's cheese.
The Parmesan cheese. That's what you're using.
Yeah, this is what they taste, the cheese, and they like it.
There's something about Parmesan cheese. We went on a hike.
Yep.
Was it a week or 2 weeks ago? I can't remember. Yeah. And we had Parmesan crisps. It was just like Parmesan. You bake it in the oven, like make little crispies. There's something about that. If you're going to... And Parmesan is better for you, right? It's not as bad as naughty cheese.
It says it's salty. That's the reason I didn't add the salt to the...
Oh.
There is no salt in the recipe. Because there is salt there. It's enough.
It's good. It's good with champagne. I mean,
it's good with champagne, with the white wine also. It's good. Yes.
Okay, so the muffins, like because you could have an early, a picnic is sometimes mostly lunch, right? But you could have this as a brunch thing too because of the Parmesan. So the quinoa, does that give you? Because I know that it's really good for protein, especially for vegetarians and vegans. That this is a good extra source of protein. So because you're pre-cooking it, obviously, right? You're cooking it first, and then you're using it. Is it giving extra texture, and then is it when you put it into bake, do you lose the protein?
You don't lose the protein.
Okay.
Quinoa is still quinoa. You don't lose anything.
Okay, good.
But it's like sticky together.
Okay.
Because
Could you take this instead of making muffins and make like one of those little loaves of bread, quick loaves?
Oh, you can do it. And you have to slice it as a cake.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that could be interesting too.
Yeah, you can do that. I made it medium-sized muffin because the large one is too large, the small one is too small. Medium-sized it was just fine.
Yeah, especially for picnics.
Yeah, that's fine because there is other food to eat.
That's right. That's right. So, but I like this. This is a good thing. And then you've got onion in there, which I think is good too, because it just there's something about onion and baked goods and cheese that is so good.
Onion and cheese. You're right. Yeah, onion and cheese together. Yes.
That helps the broccoli too.
Yes. Yes.
But with the broccoli, let's talk about how you're doing this because it's not like you're making it almost into like a very fine kind of. It's not like you're eating a head of broccoli in it. You're mushing it down.
Yeah, and you're using frozen broccoli flour. You don't have to wash it. It's easy. Frozen bag.
And you can get organic that way too.
Yeah, organic frozen bag is fine. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
And so then, do you boil the broccoli first?
Yeah, you boil it immediately to the ice water to stop the cooking process, and to the blender or mixer, whatever you have, and you add the quinoa. You mix it with the quinoa, cheese, and the onion that you chopped ahead, olive oil, black pepper, and the oven already hot. Nice, it's ready.
Wow. Now, would you do this? You don't cook the onion first. You just let it be nice, and that gives it that little tartness. Okay.
You don't have to, no. Because once you're going to fry, I mean, it's more oil and more, we don't need it. It's enough.
Okay.
What you can do, you can eat what I did, partially for us, not for the children. I add more cheese, like pepper jack. It's spicy. Yeah, if somebody likes spicy, I add pepper jack, and it's delicious. Yes, sure.
This is interesting because isn't it kind of like the same? Like people make zucchini muffins too. That's kind of a lot of times forget that we can use vegetables in muffins.
Yeah. Zucchini also tasteless. Tasteless vegetable. You can use it also. Maybe I will do it one time with the zucchini instead of broccoli. But zucchini contain more liquid. So probably I will add a little bit more quinoa.
This is an interesting thing with quinoa.
Yeah.
So, and you're using white quinoa. Would it matter if you use
white
different?
quinoa? Yes. Otherwise, it's going to be colorful. Red quinoa with the green.
Looks like
too much
Christmas.
for the kids. Too much for kids. No, too much for the kids.
Yeah.
It's going to be purple. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, okay, so then you say that you serve them warm or cold and with a plain yogurt. I never even thought about yogurt with them.
No, I tried with plain yogurt. This is what I had in my fridge, and it was delicious. Just plain yogurt. That's it.
Wow.
Cool.
That's it. Even without, just, peel it and just pop it like a popcorn,
Nice. And this is easy. Like you just said, it's like it bakes for 10 minutes. So this is a really super easy recipe. I want to give everyone, if you go to blendradioandtv.com, just type in Ruth and you'll see her in the search box. You'll see this. You just type Ruth and muffins. That's what you put in there, and you'll see her recipe. But the ingredients, it's half a cup of white quinoa, 1 pound bag of frozen broccoli flowers, 1 medium onion finely chopped, 8 ounces of Parmesan cheese grated, so it's not the thing in the tub, right? This is you're getting the fresh Parmesan?
I get it fresh and I grate it, yeah.
Okay, you grate it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 large eggs, 4 tablespoons of olive oil, freshly ground black pepper, ooh, yum. And then you put 24 medium-sized paper baking cups. So are you doing those, so you're doing like the muffin tin and then you put the little thingies inside the muffin tin.
Yeah. I use paper bag and throw it, and that's it. Clean.
Yeah, and then it's
clean.
easy.
If you want, you can use the tin also, whatever you want to use. Fine.
I think it's easier too if you have it little paper things, the paper cups when you're at a party outside.
Yes.
To hold it.
Outside only paper. Yeah.
Yeah. That's easy. So you'd have this with wine. Now, what are some of your other favorite picnics? Things to take out on a picnic.
And picnic, finger food is good. Every picnic food you can prepare it the day before. Small sandwiches. And slice cold cut. Slice healthy bread. Hard-boiled egg is very good. I know for the morning. And vegetable you can slice, not broccoli. Like carrot. Once you slice carrot, you need some dip. But if you make it. Tomato later. This for the morning. Cucumber. All this stuff. And cheeses always good. And fruit for the afternoon. Also, you can wash it the day before. And the morning also, or for the afternoon, for the coffee and tea, like puff pastry or small cookies for the kids and for the adults.
I think that it's always good to have cookies. But the hard-boiled eggs, that's something we've learned, you make them the day before whenever we go out, because we hike and then we have our picnic with our champagne. And the eggs, there's something even sometimes because we leave so early depending on where we're going, you don't want to eat breakfast. And then all of a sudden you're about to hike and it's like just have a quick egg before,
egg, it's healthy. It's so healthy. Yeah.
And it's easy,
Yeah.
Just don't leave your shells anywhere. It's not good for the animals.
No. Unless they chew it. And today they have all those containers to transfer the food. Like to transfer muffin, they have container for muffin. It's very easy.
That's the thing.
To transfer egg, hard-boiled egg, also they have a container. It's plastic and it's easy. You wash it and that's it.
I didn't even know we had that.
Oh, there is, yeah.
Lots of. So then you could probably peel the eggs before you even leave home. Then.
Yes. There is container and it's not expensive.
So you don't lose because I always kept them the shell on them so they don't dry out. Because like dried eggs isn't my thing.
Yeah. No, there is. You can transfer them.
Wow.
How about that?
I didn't know that. I was gonna we don't dry eggs because then you'll have to put your champagne on it. Like that's not good. You can't.
I took muffin overseas with container.
You took muffin on an airplane?
Muffin overseas, not this muffin, other muffin overseas. I baked it, I put it in the luggage, and it came beautifully.
TSA what did they think? They're like, let her through. She's got muffins, and that's she's bribing them all the way through. Here, have a muffin. It's all good. It's all good. Hey, I think TSA needs some muffins once in a while. They have to look at everyone's bare feet. When you go through the airports, everyone has to take their shoes off and stuff, you know?
Yeah, they screen it. They say, what is this? Let them test it. It's fine.
Wow, that's cool. So what type of muffins? Did you take them to Israel?
It was not exactly muffin. It was pop-up. You know, pop-up?
Like
but I put it in muffin container. It was pop-up.
Okay. Did you do it so you're taking it to your friends and family, or they eat?
My family.
Ah, cool.
My family.
Wow, talk about hospitality. Like, she's flying from country to country with her muffins. I've never heard of anyone doing that.
Yeah.
You know,
I do that all the time.
Really? Wow. Wow, and they last okay and get there okay, and you can still, like, home cook for people. Wow.
Yeah. Just come for coffee.
That's amazing.
The breakfast is ready.
That is awesome, Ruth. That is
fun.
That is cool. I love that. Oh, my gosh. So here it is, Nancy, your new way of having broccoli.
Well,
Nancy, you don't taste the broccoli at all.
See, that's
except
the way
you see
vegetables
green.
should be done.
You see green, nice green.
That's
nice
cool.
green. But you don't taste the broccoli.
I'm going to put some spinach in there, too.
Yes, why not?
Hey,
yes.
Hey, I think we'll try this. Because quinoa is interesting, what you can do with it. You know?
Quinoa is pop also 3 times. Not the rice. It's when you cook the rice, it's double. Quinoa 3 times. So you can cook 1 cup and you have it for next time. Put it in the fridge. It can stay in the fridge for 5 days. You can cook it again.
Oh, wow.
You don't have to cook each time half cup.
Hey, there you go, man. I like that. I like that. A little bit of quinoa goes a long way. Well, you can put it in with, like for breakfast, you can have it with eggs.
Quinoa also is tasteless. Quinoa is also tasteless. Quinoa.
Yeah.
Both of them, broccoli and quinoa, both of them tasteless. They need help. Once you season the quinoa with herbs and spices, it's great. Both of them.
Butter.
Butter, whatever you like. Rice, any rice. Just you put a little bit salt, pepper, something. Yeah, it's good. It's tasty. Quinoa not. You need a lot for help. Quinoa need a lot of help.
I like to put salsa on everything.
It's good.
Salsa. I love salsa, but that's because
using ketchup.
But I think that's because in South Africa they had what was called train smash. I know that's not very nice. But it's tomato and onions and peppers, and it's
salsa.
And they would put it with mealie pop and or pop, and they'd have pop. It's like grits.
It's like
so that's what they would eat like with their barbecue. So they'd have pop and wors, and wors is boerewors, which is like a South African sausage. And so they would put train smash with that. So you'd have your pop, wors, and train smash, and then you could play with your food if you wanted to call it train smash. But that they would put that on there because it would give everything this other flavor. And I don't know, it's never left me. So coming over to America, it's like salsa. As soon as I discovered salsa here, I was like, okay, I can still keep some of my South African flavor.
Salsa here, it's all tomato. That's all. Tomato.
With tomato, and I like the green one, though. The green one with green chilies. That's good.
Yes. When there is chili.
Yeah, salsa verde.
The chili brings it up,
That's really good with chili rellenos. I love chili rellenos. That's the best, the ultimate. And that cheese, the Mexican, the cojita cheese, if I'm saying it right, I don't know. Cojita cheese. It's different. It's really good. It's got this. It's got a different texture to it, and I don't know, it's really good. It's almost like goat cheese, but it's not. I don't know if you've tried that, Ruth. Have you tried
variety of cheese. I see it. They have so many different cheeses.
It's good. Well, that's the other part. Like I said, take those to picnics. Take your cheeses.
You have to take cheeses for the morning.
Havarti cheese.
You put cream cheese on the muffins.
Havarti cheese.
You can put cream cheese on this muffin.
Yeah.
That's what Nancy likes.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, Ruth, this is very delicious. We appreciate it. And
it's really delicious. And it even surprised me.
You said you don't like broccoli. Yeah, you
No, I don't like
broccoli
really. I eat it just. I force myself. But many times I cook it and just I throw it because it's tasteless. And here I eat a lot. I pop it. I pop it all day. Pop it. And for the picnic, don't forget the blankets and trash bag, first aid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trash bag is good. First aid is
and
good
leave
because
really.
it's poison up.
Yeah. Location. Leave the location clean because really, people leave the location. It's really, we see it. All of us, we saw it, how they leave the location, and it's not right.
It's not right for the animals either. And if you
not
take sodas, those little plastic rings on soda cans, or whatever you're drinking, water things.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Dude, cut them with scissors so that there's no ring around them, because if they do get lost out in the wilderness, animals get strangled.
All the time.
I know. And it's horrible.
I know.
So yeah, I love that you say take your own trash bag, and as a great activity for the kids and for all ages is take a walk and pick up whatever trash you see. Seriously, and then just wash your hands.
Even somebody else left trash, we pick it up. I know that. We pick it up. It's dangerous, and if they did wrong, you do the right things.
Exactly. Yeah, I love that.
Do the right things.
Pick it up, and just wear gloves and take something to wash your hands.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh yeah, we always gloves. Gloves with me all the time.
Oh really? Yeah.
Gloves.
Don't want to touch
gloves
it.
all the time with me.
You never know
all
what has been where. These days. So I like that idea.
And have
sure.
fun. Have fun. It's less formal. The picnic is less formal to meet our friend and relative. The preparation is also. It's not like a brunch or party. You pick up your area, your place, and that's it.
I like it.
You have to think about transferring the food. It's again, Nancy, Lisa, to transfer the food is much easier today. Much easier today.
Yeah, you have bags that keep things cold.
No, you have container now. Container.
Yeah,
container.
It's easy.
Yeah. It's easier.
And it's fun eating outside with the animals.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you have a dog, take the dog with you. Oh, they love it.
Yeah.
I think it's good for the kids to get outside. Everybody needs some fresh air.
Yeah,
everybody
the kid meets
a
cousin and friend that they didn't see for a long time.
I agree.
For the kid, it's good. Yeah, they play together. Yeah. And
get outside.
That's what they do. That's what they're doing, the gossiping.
Oh, that's it. There it is. Gossip. There's nothing wrong with good gossip, especially with some champagne.
No.
The birds will come and start gossiping with you. We noticed that.
You start gossiping into history about 10 years down the road.
Okay, so what is this about picnics, okay? So like when we hike, there's little picnic spots everywhere, and our friend and I, Nancy, we did it the other day, and we got our little picnic spot. What makes people think that they can come into your picnic spot? This has happened on a number of occasions. Why do people walk up into your? Isn't there kind of a? This is
it's rude.
Personal space.
It's
rude.
It's very rude.
Rude. First of all, they see what you eat. They look to the food.
They want root.
I know that.
They're like, we know. We heard root muffins on the radio.
I have a solution now. You go and buy some caution tape, and you string it around the picnic area.
Exactly. That's our new thing. Because people will walk right in. We had friends come over from overseas. They came and met us here. We went up into a park, and there was this little ramada at the top of beautiful view, and people walked right into the shelter. I was like,
we were sitting and talking.
And I'm like, well, did you bring us any wine? Get off of ours. No, that was.
I know they do that. They do that.
This is it's not good. It is not.
It's
good.
for them also to rest. It's time to rest.
If somebody really was physically in trouble and needed to sit down, that's one thing. But
you don't.
Most of the time, it just seems like there's certain people don't have that manners, and others do.
Yeah.
Like I know what Lisa's talking about. There were 3 women. And 2 of them stopped, and because they could see we were already at the table, we were, eating, and they stopped and didn't come in. The 3rd one just barged right in, so you could see that 2 of the people had some manners, and the 3rd one didn't.
It's not always women.
Yes.
Yeah. Men just say hi and they continue.
Yeah, they hi. Yeah,
I want them
they
to
don't
stop.
want to hear. Yeah, and
I want the men to stop.
She's trying to hear gossip.
Well, the thing is, then I give them the look, or we do now.
We all gave them the look.
All three of us did the immediate look, and then apparently I have a guilty face. Like people can tell by my face if someone's coming, because normally when we have champagne and we're not supposed to have champagne wherever we are, and so I have to hide the champagne. I don't know. It depends on where you are, but this woman walked in the last time, and we all gave her the look, and then she just stood there looking out at the view, and so we just all three started laughing. We all got the giggles and just started laughing and looking at her and laughing because it just came out. What else are you supposed to do? You can't continue your conversation because it's rude. You know, it's like you're not going to hear our personal conversation, but we got the giggles. It wasn't the champagne. Maybe.
But you can kick her out.
Well, what do you do? It's like, get off my
Nothing.
Excuse me. Nothing. There's an empty table over there. Why don't you go park your butt there?
Yeah.
Instead of
here. You don't want to do that. You don't even want to
see, this
say
belongs on a Seinfeld episode.
Yeah.
It does. Get. Oh, you need a Newman, because if Newman's around, no one's coming
touched
anyway.
every area, everything he touched. Seinfeld. Everything,
yeah. Really, he did. He did.
Really?
He got everything. Have you seen his thing, Comedian in Cars? The comedians in cars with coffee.
Yes. Yeah.
It's funny.
Yes,
but
funny.
it's the same thing. He's still doing Seinfeld.
I know. I think Larry David's coming with something new.
Oh, cool.
He disappeared. I think he's coming with something new.
He's always funny. He's funny.
He's always funny.
I like him. Well, Ruth, thank you so much for a good recipe and for getting Nancy to eat her broccoli like a good girl.
She will. I want to hear from you, Nancy. Really, you will love it. Nancy, don't taste here the broccoli. I don't like broccoli either. That's the reason I try to do it. And quinoa is really tasteless. And here, the broccoli and the quinoa together, it's like made in heaven.
It's a Parmesan muffin.
It's a Parmesan. Mochis make it as Parmesan. And don't forget the egg. Egg also is good.
Yeah, that's right.
Good. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. Well, we like this.
Something, and if I really like it, I might even make it into pancakes.
Make it pancake. make it as It's easy. It's easy. It's not like cake. It has to rise and all this stuff. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Mm-mm. And I like that you put Parmesan on the top of it, so it has a cheesy crust. We got to have the cheesy crust. Because you could be Elaine from Seinfeld who only eats muffin tops.
Yeah. Just wash the oven, because every oven is different. Each oven is different as a timing. Yeah. As a timing, just wash it and that's it. But there is no. You can open the oven. You can look at it. If you have light inside it, there is no baking powder, so you can open the door and everything. It's okay.
Cool.
This is what I did. I just checked it. It's secure and that's it. So let me know.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Well,
makes it. It's good. It's tasty. It's good. Children will like it. They won't know what's inside. You just will eat it, and it's healthy. It's healthy for breakfast. Healthy for snack. Healthy for party.
We can take it on a hike.
Yeah.
You can take it on a hike. Yes.
I like this.
So enjoy.
Well, we have a song for you.
Oh.
Because you're in Napa, and you're in California, and you know those beautiful days where you want to go take a picnic.
Yes.
Right? The beautiful, beautiful days. This song is from Josh Pfeiffer. He's an amazing singer, and everyone can go to his website, joshpfeiffer.com. And
I will go.
His album is American Crooner Act 1, and so we're waiting for the next album. His new album, Brand New Shoes, is out. His new song, I should say, single.
I
but
will
this
go
one
to
is
his
called,
site.
You'll like this, so we're going to play it. It's called California Days. So enjoy that.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. You take care.
Thank
Happy
you.
spring.
Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank
you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Everybody, again,
Bye-bye.
go to ruthmilstein.com, and her book is Cooking with Love, Ventures into the New Israeli Cuisine. And the recipe, again, is on blendradioandtv.com. And you can also, you'll see it in the May-June issue of Big Blend Radio and TV magazine. Here is California Days.
California day, where the sunshine smiles on every face, where the ocean breezes blow and the swaying palm trees grow. I love California day. Take a drive on down the coast, find the things you love the most, from the Golden Gate to La Jolla Bay. Everybody knows it's true, so there's nothing you can do but pack your bags and head on down this way. California day. California day. I got my sunshade and put the rag top down to stay. We could head to Monterey and watch that sunset fade away. I love California day. Take a drive on down the coast, find the things you love the most, from the Golden Gate to La Jolla Bay. Everybody knows it's true, so there's nothing you can do but pack your bags and head on down this way. California day. California day, California day.
Everyone, again, that was Josh Pfeiffer and California Days. It's picnic music. You want to take a drive and go have a picnic.
That's right.
In beautiful California.
In
Good
the
stuff.
sunshine, on the beach.
And great recipe from Ruth, Nancy.
Yep.
Yay. All right, so now we're going to go over to Yuma, Arizona, and we're going to get some fun facts all about peanuts. The Peanut Patch is a delicious must-visit destination in beautiful Yuma, Arizona, the sunniest place in the world. And it is open from the beginning of October through the end of April every year. And definitely one of those places you want to go not just to have fun shopping for really good gourmet gifts and peanuts, but also to take their free tours that they host in select months. They have them every November, January, March, and we'll find out more about that when Donna George joins us here on Big Blend Radio today, because she's going to teach us some fun facts, some of these fun facts that you will find out on her tour. So, Donna, welcome back. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. It's wonderful to be with you again today.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's morning or afternoon anymore. I know.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I don't know what time it is right now, so.
I don't know. But give me some
I've been
peanuts
busy working,
and I'll be
so.
fine. I know, we
here
need
we
our
go.
dose of peanut butter. We need peanut butter
There
so our
you
brain
go.
will work closer. So the free tours, I want to get this straight for everybody because this is something very informative, but they also get to taste peanut brittle and homemade fudge and all the good stuff that's going on in the store at the Peanut Patch. But you do take people on tours and teach them the fun facts of peanuts, and also teach them, how peanuts are grown and all that good stuff. So when are those dates again?
Okay, our tours are January, February, March, and November on Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, 'cause we have people show up after 10 and think that we do them continually, but it's just the one tour a day. And some of the fun stuff you're going to learn about peanuts is the biggest secret to me is that peanuts are not a nut. They're actually a vegetable. They come from a legume family. Peanuts are a self-pollinating plant.
Oh, wow.
In order to grow a peanut, what you need is just the raw peanut. It has to have the skin on it, but you just put it in the ground and it will grow. They take a long time though to mature, so they're a long process. Around 140 days to grow a crop. They also have, you can cook them, you can eat them raw, but most people want to cook them, so you would either fry them in oil, cook them in like an oven or a tumbler. We have a big drum tumbler out there that we dry roast in. And, people from the South, they like them boiled peanuts, so you can actually boil them as well. Yeah.
That's when they do get into that legume or
Yeah,
legume, however everybody says
exactly.
it. That gets into more like into where they're like a pea, and I think they're so pretty too as a plant, because it is part of the legume and pea family. But I think they're also really good for the soil, as I recall. That peanuts are good to help with nitrogen and nutrition for the soil. But, I was reading something that there's like a lot of uses for peanuts, and a lot of people actually like to cook with peanut oil too.
Oh, yeah. You can cook, peanut oil is one of the best ones for cooking, mainly because it has a high burn factor. The burn rate is above 400 degrees. And, holiday time, you want to fry those turkeys, they highly recommend you use peanut oil because you're going to be able to heat it hotter and get that turkey in there and cooked quickly. So that you don't have any issues with spoiling. And I think it only takes like an hour and a half to cook a whole turkey. So, and they're great that way. But you can also use peanut oil for other things. And peanut oil doesn't absorb odors. It actually doesn't take on that fishy odor if you're doing some kind of fish. It doesn't absorb the odors very, very easily.
Yeah. That's a nice thing because I know you get that oily smell, and sometimes you can smell restaurants before you walk in, and that's not a cool thing. They need peanut oil. Just saying, go get your peanut oil. Yeah,
exactly.
So what about the nutrition? Because I eat a lot of nuts and things like that. I always think that they're good to snack on during the day. Kind of keeps you fueled, and you're not like eating a burger at one of those places we shouldn't be eating at.
Yeah, the health nutrition on a peanut, first off, they're very high in protein. They actually have 26% protein. They also contain 13 vitamins and 26 minerals as well. So it is a very healthy product to eat. It can substitute for your meats and your proteins.
That's everybody go get your peanut butter now. And you got we can go make our own peanut butter at the Peanut Patch. So if you're in Yuma, stop by, get some peanuts, get some peanut butter. And also I want to just give a shout out too because you've also become the retail distributor for Bar Date Company, known for just really quality, delicious medjool dates, which are grown in the Yuma area. So check that out while you're there too. So that's another nutritious bite. They're known as nature's candy, and if you're not in Yuma, Arizona for any reason, which you should be because it's a really great destination, go to bardate.com and you can get medjool dates online. But to keep up with the Peanut Patch, go to thepeanutpatch.com. Thanks so much, Donna.
Thank you.
So there you have it. Our peanut report.
There you go.
I know. And
they're healthy.
Yeah, you got to hurry up and get out there because she closes at the end of April.
Yeah,
so,
it's a little warm.
But it is a beautiful area to go hang out, and it's the birding season.
Yeah.
So Yuma is over 400 birds hang out there. Some are snowbirds. Sorry. Sorry, that's a lame joke.
That is really.
It's Sunday. It's
yes.
Sunday.
In fact, there's several species of snowbirds.
Really?
Yeah.
They come from different states.
That's right.
Yeah, some come from the Buckeye State.
Some are pelagic, some are archaeological.
Okay, Nancy. All right. Have I don't know. See, we should be having champagne on this show. Everybody stay tuned because we're going to talk more about not peanuts. Picnics. Don't give me the giggles. We're going to talk about seafood sandwiches with Chef Ivan Flowers. So stay tuned.
And his pickle.
And his pickle. Yeah, you did. You pickles have to go on a picnic?
Absolutely.
Well, I think Chef Ivan would take pickles on a picnic.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Stay tuned. Well, Chef Ivan Flowers is back on Big Blend Radio's Eat, Drink, and Be Merry show today to share one of his favorite picnic recipes, which is seafood salad sandwiches. Yep. And we're going to find out if he's going to take his pickle on a picnic because, every good pickle likes to go on a picnic. So we'll find out. Can you say that 10 times real fast?
I can, but I'm not going to.
You can see Chef Ivan's recipes in Big Blend Radio and TV magazine. If you go to blendradioandtv.com, you'll see him in our expert department, and you'll see his recipes there and past interviews. And you can also keep up with him on Facebook. He's always got some good recipes up there. He's got a great YouTube channel, which goes step by step through different cooking processes for different recipes. And he's also on Twitter at Chef Ivan Flowers. Welcome, Chef Ivan, and happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Hey. So are you happy? Are you having champagne today? How are you celebrating?
William Hill Cabernet.
Ooh,
yes.
Nice cab.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
Great, you
now,
picked it out. Yes.
Any specific munchies for tonight or today?
All day. Cheese, bread, roasted mushrooms, vegetables, a little chicken thighs. I love chicken thighs. I'm from Brooklyn, so she does chicken thighs in hoisin. Really nice Asian kind of barbecue-y, malty glaze with lemon, garlic, and sweet chili.
What does Brooklyn have to do with chicken thighs?
Oh, I grew up on chicken thighs. If you come from Brooklyn, it's all about the chicken. That's all I can tell you.
All I could go is no sleep till Brooklyn. Sorry, I've just got the Beastie Boys stuck on my head now. That's it. That's it. For the rest of the show, I'll be doing all that. But, well, happy birthday. This is awesome.
Thank you.
We always love to celebrate birthdays because it means you get to spin around the sun another year and do it again. So you keep spinning.
Right.
Yeah,
hopefully. Yeah.
Hey, and your birthday, you share like Edgar Casey, so you could be the psychic of food. Is on your birthday. You've got Charlie Pride. Wilson Pickett.
That's the best.
Dude.
Well,
you have some good people in your company. Oh, John Updike, the author. So and you have your own moon this year, like the blue moon or something. There's like a super moon right now. So
good.
Yeah, you can show everybody your moon if you want.
Yep.
Here we go. The silliness has begun. But now the most important question is, are you going to take your pickle on a picnic? And can you say that 10 times real fast? Yes, pickle?
I can't say it 10 times, but yes, pickle would come on a picnic. Not only would she come, she would taste and sample everything I made. She would come on the picnic. She would eat on the picnic. And actually, seafood is her favorite. A lot of dogs don't like fish. She loves fish. She loves seared ahi. Oh, she's crazy for fish.
Wow.
She's a chef. She's a chef's dog. Yeah,
she's a chef's dog, and she's a California pickle.
Yes.
So,
what kind of dog again?
What kind of dog?
Yeah.
She's rat terrier, little chihuahua, and miniature pinscher.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
She's a pickle pincher.
She's a pickle pincher.
Yeah.
Say that 10 times real fast. I like this. This is cool. Okay, so now in San Diego, do you have a good picnic spot picked out?
Yeah,
with
I mean, there's tons. The beach. I mean, we walk right to the beach. She loves the beach because she loves to poop on the beach because she digs the hole, she poops, and she digs another hole and she poops, and then because terriers love to dig, so she likes to dig, bury, and cover. So she's very
good.
Although we pick it up.
Sounds
we
like
pick it
a
up.
new band, dig, bury, and cover.
But then you have to scoop it out, and chefs know how to scoop. So there you go.
There you go.
He takes a ladle with him.
Yeah, there's never, and so there's always talk of good fiber on this segment with you, Chef Ivan.
As there should be.
Yeah. Well, we just got finished talking about broccoli, because there's a lot of us who do not like broccoli. I'm one of the weird people who do like broccoli.
Oh, broccoli's delicious. Yeah.
See, now you like it. See, that's Nancy's a hard time, but we learned today that you can put it with Parmesan and it will change the flavor profile of broccoli to be good.
Of course.
Okay.
You roast it in the oven, you can steam it, then you hit it with a touch of salt, maybe a light butter spray, and nice grated Parmesan, and then a little bit of lemon and lemon zest. Also, if you make soup, farinaciously thickening something means you thicken it with the vegetable you cooked it in. So you basically do a really nice thickened, it's almost like a porridge. It comes out like a broccoli porridge. And you put a little Parmesan and lemon on top with a little balsamic syrup.
Delicious. Wow. I'm digging this. Oh, diggity dog.
Let's try that too.
Okay, so now you're taking sandwiches to the beach, seafood salad sandwich. But so first thing I thought was, this is going to be kind of like a tuna salad sandwich, right? But now you're using Dungeness crab, and so is this something that you cook yourself? Or do you get crab like you do tuna?
You can cook it. You're better off just getting it cooked in the can. It comes in the can, Dungeness. What you want to do is you want to kind of go through it, make sure there's no shells or cartilage, and you use it just like tuna. You can do it with any kind of crab. You can cook the crabs. You can do it with tuna. You can do it with fish. You can do it with shrimp. You can do it with langostinos. Lobster is, the ultimate. You can do it with scallops. You can do combinations of anything. And basically, you are doing it like a good old-fashioned tuna sandwich. Here we're doing it on Texas toast.
Oh, so this is good. Texas toast, there's something about Texas toast that is, it's that thicker, there's something
bigger.
Just how you, well, here we go. All right, but there's something about it where you're going to be able to have like a monster sandwich with it, but it has like a texture that it's like when you toast it, but it's still soft on the inside and hard on the outside.
Exactly. You get that crunch, and then you get that really nice, fluffy, soft center, which then you bite into the rest of the sandwich. It kind of makes it magical.
And so now you also put California butter on this. You got to tell people what that is.
I do. It's avocado, but you know what's very important is the way you construct the sandwich. You don't want it soggy, because once you make toast, you don't want toast to get soggy. Right. It's very, very important that when you do your lettuce, you dry your green leaf lettuce off, so it's dry. And then you put that on the bread, then the tomatoes, then the avocado. And then when you construct the sandwich that way, that lettuce acts like an insulator, and it won't start to break down your crispiness.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you got to get the water off the lettuce. Otherwise, you ruin the toast.
You need to have dry leaves.
Yes.
Yeah, because you can't have wet leaves because nothing good's going to come from that ever. So that's good. Yeah. Okay. So so the actual salad itself, you're using shallots and tarragon and celery, mayonnaise. Let me just say on the Texas toast, that is unsalted butter. So is that so that because there's a sweetness to the Texas toast, like a slight, it's almost like that Hawaiian bread in a weird way.
Absolutely. Well, it's white. It's white flour. So, there's going to be a sweetness, and your body's going to recognize it as sugar. So you don't need to, you're fine that way. If you put it on whole wheat, it's not going to be the same. If you put it on rye, it's not going to be the same. Something about Texas toast when you either grill it or toast it, it just kind of works.
Yeah. Okay. So now the salad part of it. So still use mayonnaise. Not okay. So let's just touch on the mayonnaise because that's a whole other deal when you go looking down the aisle, for mayonnaise. They're putting a bunch of stuff in it. Now we could make our own pretty easy, right?
You can, but I have to tell you something. Best Foods, also known as Hellman's on the East Coast, it's like when you buy a commercial French fry, they have it down.
Yeah.
They have it down. I have made aiolis my entire life. I've never been able to duplicate like a Hellman's or a Best Foods mayonnaise. It just works. It works.
You're right. That's what we buy, because there's these other ones where they now call it salad dressing. You know what I mean? Like
that's
mayonnaise
sweet.
dressing, sandwich spread, or sandwich dressing.
That's too sweet.
There's something gross
I don't
about
like
that. Yeah, that's not
like
just
Miracle Whip is.
Oh, that's what it is. That's just
Miracle Whip sucks.
They bleached it.
But it's sweet. I don't know. I think it's only
Miracle
meant
Whip.
for
Yeah. No. Not a big fan.
Okay, and then the tarragon. So
yes.
That's like a nice little ting to it.
Yes, goes well with seafood. Does the little dance with the seafood. That slight, almost kind of licoricey, anisey flavor just kind of accentuates the whole sandwich. Because this is big when it comes to mouthfeel. Actually what I enjoy with a sandwich like this is a cup of coffee. Love a cup of coffee with a seafood sandwich. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a Brooklyn thing. It's Brooklyn.
So so you wouldn't do wine. Like I would have thought white wine.
I would do wine. I would do wine. I'd have the wine right next to the coffee. There would definitely be. I would do a white wine with this, or a champagne, a really nice buttery Chardonnay, a Viognier would work.
Or a rosé.
A Sauvignon Blanc. Yes, a rosé would work with this. Oh yeah. I'd sip a coffee, 2 sips of wine.
Okay, this is a good balance. That sounds like my day. Because you need the wine to bring you down. You need the coffee to wake you up because the wine brought you down.
Yeah,
it's
like
the yin and the yang.
It's like heroin and cocaine. It's coffee and wine. It's speedball. Yeah.
Or weed and coke. It's a Brooklyn thing.
It's a Brooklyn thing.
I was going to say it's an Africa thing. No, but I'm just on the weed side. I mean, there's a whole other. That's. Anyway, I won't get into the grades of South African weed. I could, and that's a whole show because they have bourbon poison and all kinds of good stuff. And yes, you have to make sure your leaves are dry.
Right. It's legal in California now. So
see, so that makes picnics even better. And
brownies.
Brownies on the beach.
Brownies and cookies, yes.
There you go. Exactly.
Brownies
and listen, if you're going to do that, then you need to get into some really good beers because the hops and the hemp go together. They're relatives,
Yes. I can't drink beer when I eat. Makes me too full. It's weird. I can do a light beer, like with oysters and, clams and mussels. I can't drink like a beer when I'm eating. It doesn't work. It makes my stomach too full too quick.
Yeah. I think also when you're doing sandwiches, it's like the wheat thing or something. There's a bloating factor, and I had to learn the hard way because I really like the taste of a good, heavy IPA. And
wow.
I forgot, it's like you just, you can get sick. Like I get nauseous if you have too much of it. There's a heaviness to it. There's a, it's you could sit and have 2 or 3 light beers and you're fine.
And you're fine. Well, Tracy and I have gone out we've gone out to different restaurants, and it's like it's all the heavy craft beers on tap. And we go, do you have a Coors Light? Do you have a Corona Light with a little lime? No. What do you mean no? It's like, what do you mean no? How could you not serve a light beer? And the fact now that I'm an old fart, I want a light beer, and I don't care.
Well, even Anthony Bourdain, when he travels, he says, don't, stop it with the fancy stuff. It's good to have, once in a while, but when you're eating, he likes to have like the old, whatever's like if you're, in San Diego, have a Tecate. It's right on the border
exactly.
here.
He drinks Schlitz. He drinks, of course. Absolutely.
Oh man,
yeah.
A big old, what do you call them? The big bottles. What do you call the big bottle of beer? The IPA.
I don't know. So,
not growlers. It would be those big Mickeys. Remember those big Mickey bottles?
Yes.
Those big. Now, I have been known to do radio shows with an oil can of Foster's.
Ooh.
It's fun.
I used to drink Foster's. Yeah. Yeah, but then I drive on the wrong side of the road. That was done. So
I know. Then and then you go down under. You can't do that.
Way under.
No, but I know. But there's something about those kind of beers, but the heavier ones, I just like, if you're going to have that kind of beer, for some reason got into the habit of putting salt and pepper on it. And I don't understand why or where I got that from, but there's something to it.
Salt in a beer is really good. Like with the Corona Light, a touch of salt and lime, it transforms it. Absolutely transforms
like having
it.
potato chips with it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do that on cantaloupe. I put salt and pepper on the cantaloupe.
Yes. Well, you should.
It's good for your
That's
digestion.
Why cantaloupe is wrapped a lot of times with prosciutto. It's the salt in the prosciutto that goes on cantaloupe and honeydew that makes it sweet. When you eat watermelon, sprinkle a little kosher salt on it and a little lemon, and it transforms that watermelon.
See, now this is good tips for your picnic.
It's like having sweet and sour.
Mm-hmm.
People really do like a little, like even sea salt on chocolate is really good.
Oh, fantastic on.
Oh my God,
yeah. So that's
especially on dark chocolate.
Sweet and salty at the same time if you get the balance right.
Now I want to drink.
Really, really good.
I need a beer.
I think that's why
for some reason now.
Fondues are so much fun if you can get it right. You know, what you're dipping in could be sweet, but the sauce can be a little bit salty and spicy. It's really good.
Well, I learned about the fruit thing because I was reading all these Ayurvedic books and what you should eat according to your body's constitution and all this and your personality, and I'm like, well, mine needs to calm the hell down. But anyway, they were talking about this thing about how some people have a hard time with cantaloupe, digesting cantaloupe and melons, and I'm like, dude, they're so full of water. I mean, I've never had that problem, but so they said that it's because it's the same thing with milk. They're saying that. And it's kind of interesting because when we lived in Africa, I was fine having cow's milk. And you know what it is they didn't have it, the milk was never served ice cold, and they always added a spice to it.
Yes.
And so, and I never, then you come over here, everything's cold milk. And they said that that's not good for your body. Your body doesn't like cold, off-temperature things. It wants things around its own temperature. And so your body digests it better. But apparently by putting like black pepper or even chili powders, different spices on things, it helps break down the fibers of the melon or something. So that's what I learned. And then so I tried it just to see. And black pepper on cantaloupe is really good.
Yeah, and it's really good for you. It's a huge antioxidant, black pepper. They found out turmeric, black pepper. Anytime you do peppers that are spicy, the capsaicin is really, really good for you.
Yeah, that's good. Like the cayenne pepper, put that in your tea with a little whiskey and you're good.
Or you just don't care.
That's what we would do on snow days in Julian. When we lived up in the mountains, everybody would get together. We'd like, oh, it's time for tea. And we'd do like little toddies and put honey in it and whiskey, whatever kind of whiskey you wanted. And then you just did a dash of cayenne pepper, and everyone was happy. So it was good for us.
Yeah, it's nice memories.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to the seafood salad now that we've got off course, which happens.
We do.
So the salad itself, you've got the crab meat, mayonnaise. You've got shallots. So shallots are better. That's good English. Better than onion.
Much better. They're buttery. They're not as tangy. They're just buttery. Shallots are unique. Whether you eat them cooked or raw, it's a huge difference. I love shallots. Just love shallots. Just love
and
it.
then the tarragon. You need that in there.
Mm-hmm.
And also you talk about lemon. So that, and the
Yes.
celery gives you that crunchy, that's part of that mouthfeel too, is the crunch. So that kind of balances with the toast.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And then the butteriness of the avocado, because it really is California butter. What's very important is that you salt and pepper your avocados and your tomatoes, as well as your seafood salad. You have to salt and pepper each. And that's the art of being a good cook, is knowing how to control seasoning. It won't be over-salted. It won't be over-peppered. And yet if you don't do it, it won't taste anywhere near what it's supposed to taste like.
There you go. Not too bad.
It's layered.
Yeah, layered.
Yes.
Exactly.
Layered.
Okay, I have a question. That's now that we've got the salad sandwich down. Okay. Oh, before we finish on that one, taking it on a picnic, because now we're talking mayonnaise and all that kind of thing,
Yes.
and you've got lemon in there, so that helps, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long can it be out without people worrying about getting, eating something that goes bad?
Technically 4 hours, but you want to do less. You also don't want to wrap this in plastic. If you wrap it in plastic, it's going to cause the toast to get soggy. You want to wrap it in aluminum foil. Very, very, very important.
Okay.
Plastic will make it, there'll be condensation. And I'm the kind of person that if I bring food to the beach, I'm eating it 5 minutes after I get the chair. There's no way it's going to sit, Tracy will be in the ocean. She'll be running around. And, I go up to my knees. I splash a little bit, and I go back. I have to eat. So it's got to go.
Eat it and
it's got to be
get on with it.
It's rather just eat it while it's nice and fresh, and then go have fun.
Yeah. And you need it if you're having champagne and beer.
Because I hate it when you take your sandwich, and it's true, this plastic stuff, like saran wrap.
No, it's not good for the environment.
Your Texan will go limp.
No, we can't have any limpness.
Right.
No limpness to the sandwich.
No limpness. And you don't want to put it next to something cold, because it's going to cause the bread to get soggy. You want to keep it in a separate bag where it's not, you don't have sodas in there, you don't have ice in there. Just remember, this is on toast. You could also do this on a baguette, on a nice fresh French baguette or Italian bread. You don't even have to toast it, where it's kind of just toast a little bit, and do it that way. And that'll give you more time before it would get a little soggier. So there's so many ways to go. You could do this in wraps, Wraps will really hold up. You don't have to worry about a wrap if it's next to something cold. So there's a variety of ways to go. You can bring crackers and sit on the beach and just dip your crackers in there and do it that way.
Oh, we like that.
Yeah.
Now, could you do this entire recipe and replace the crab with chicken or with boiled eggs? Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course you
can. Change up.
Sure.
Okay. That's good. And
you
then,
don't even have to add a protein. You could add vegetables. You could do it with mushrooms,
So we go hiking with our hiking buddy, Rondi, and she's the sandwich lady. We bring the champagne and goodies, and it's the best time ever.
Yeah.
And she's responsible for the sandwiches because, here we'll bring peanut butter and jelly, though we all do it. But, we're pretty much vegetarian until we hang out with her, and we go, okay, well, this is our dose of meat for the month,
Right.
But I have to tell you, these are the best sandwiches. She roasts the, chicken, and I think it's the chicken breast or I don't know, but it's juicy, big chunks of chicken.
Ugh.
She takes those little slider rolls. They're kind of sweet, like you were talking about the Texas toast. This was make me. And she wraps them in tinfoil. See, this is smart.
Yeah.
I don't even think she may use unsalted butter. I think because she uses Havarti cheese as and this chicken. She's roasted it, so she doesn't season anything. That is it. Your chicken has got all the juices on the bread.
Right.
I mean, this is like this little slider. She goes, I'm going to bring the little sliders, and we're like, yeah.
Right.
But they're
simplicity.
like little simplicity, and we're
Perfect
like having
simplicity.
that in champagne, and it's like, this is good while we're watching the birds around us going, we're eating
Perfect
your relatives.
Simplicity.
But,
yes.
Yeah, it is good.
That's what a lot of people miss. They put everything. They put the kitchen sink on it. They put too many onions. They put pickles. They put relish. Let it be what it is. The star of this dish is the crab, The crab has to come through. Everything else just supports and gives alternative mouthfeel, differentiation in the way your mouth is going to recognize it, the crunch. Because remember, when you crunch, your ears hear that. That's huge in eating. That's why potato chips are so crazy. We love that crunch. It reverberates through our ears, and then we just keep eating more because it's like a stereophonic sound of like more, keep crunching, keep going.
We're making our own. Yeah, we're making our own music. It's our food music.
It goes back to being cavemen where you used to chew on bones.
Oh, good. Suck on the marrow.
Oh, chewing on bones. Yeah.
Well,
Oof.
that's a whole other thing. Okay, so away from the picnic side of things. Oh, wait, I do have one more question. What do you take other than a sandwich with you? So after you've had your sandwich, you've gone in the water, do you come back? Do you have potato chips with you? Because I want to know if a chef eats potato chips.
Yes, I do. I eat the baked potato chips, Tracy, and I eat the baked. By the way, you can put potato chips on the sandwich when you get there. You open the sandwich up, you put potato chips on. I would take potato chips. I would take a whole wheat pasta salad, maybe with a pesto or a light lemon vinaigrette or maybe a balsamic vinaigrette. Macaroni salad, pasta salad, maybe a homemade potato salad. We like to do German, which is done in the vinegar. No bacon, just vinegar and a touch of sweetness.
Nice.
What else?
Red
Lots of cold water. Some fruit,
Grapes.
Some fruit. Grapes.
Yeah.
And we would bring wine, but you can't drink on the beach.
Well, you can if you know how to do it like we do.
You have to do it right, yes, I know.
Yeah, we have a bag that you can pour your wine. You can do 2 liters of wine, of your favorite wine, and then it has a little spigot that's, covered, and then you just open your little flappy, and then you pour it out, and no one knows.
Yeah.
And it keeps it cold. But anyway, you just have to, but behave and do not take glass, because you don't want to do that. But how do you reverse salt when you do too much salt from multiple ingredients like cheese and sauces in a dish? Can you reverse it? Like if it's a soup or a stew, is there a way to go back, or do you have to just say, move on, try it again next time?
There's some ways that people use. For example, if you could add more of what you made to it, of course you diffuse. When it comes to soup and it comes to sauces, some people will put a boiled potato in and bring it back up to temperature, and that boiled potato will sometimes pull some of that excess salt out. But when you reach a saturation point where there's just simply too much salt, and then that's affected the quality of the dish, and you really know that even if you get some of it out, it's not where it should be, you have to start again. Over-salting is the mark of death. It's very, very hard to get out.
See, we can't be doing that. We know, we try, but sometimes it just does that little thing where, oopsie, maybe we had too much wine while we were cooking.
Right. Well, that's why you taste. You taste everything as you put in. So you put a little salt, you taste. Okay, it needs a little more. Boom, I stop. There are people that cook that do not taste or follow a recipe and says, okay, it needs a tablespoon of salt. Well, depending what else you have in the dish, it may need a pinch of salt. It may need a teaspoon of salt. So I don't follow recipes. I do it all by taste. All by taste.
I think it's true because sometimes, like, you get celery. One piece of celery is saltier than the other one. Like your vegetables and things have a different flavor. And celery can be darn salty. And you go make celery soup and you just add the same amount that the recipe calls for. Oopsie. Not that I've ever done that, but I have. I was just wondering, because sometimes it gets like, okay, well, you just say goodbye to it sometimes, with the salt part. But then sometimes it's good just to have a bunch of salt and just have a glass of wine afterwards. Well,
especially if you're on the beach and you're sweating, You're sweating a lot.
Sweat it out.
Maybe a little salt will help you.
Yeah, it's good for you.
Got a lot of potassium in it, celery. Loaded with potassium.
It's very good for you. They say that if you have 2 full stalks of celery a day, it will help combat so much blood pressure issues, diabetes. It'll balance your blood sugar levels, all that stuff, pHs and whatever, all those things that we have in our body. It balances you out, and it's got good fiber and water. It's 2 stalks a day. It's good for you. that with some peanut butter or whatever. It's good for you.
Oh, yeah.
Chef Ivan, always fun to have you on the show. Thank you for calling in on
you.
your birthday, especially. So,
My
I'm going
pleasure.
to go get a Foster's now. I'll raise a glass to you tonight. Say hi to Tracy and to Pickle for us.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
And everybody, again, Chef Ivan's recipe is up on blendradioandtv.com. You can just type in Chef Ivan, you'll find it. Or go into our seafood index in the cooking section. And also you'll see this recipe in the upcoming May-June issue of Big Blend Radio and TV magazine. And, of course, keep up with Chef Ivan on Facebook and Twitter. They're always posting wonderful recipes, and he's also got a great cooking series on YouTube. Thanks so much for joining us, Ivan.
My pleasure, guys. Have a good day.
You too. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We always learn something with Chef Ivan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so we've been talking about wine, and now I'm ready for a glass, but I want a Foster's oil can now. I do. I'm just like, that's it. I'm walking to the store after this. I just feel like it, Sunday oil can.
Oil can, Harry.
What? I don't know where that came from. All right, so I had a conversation.
People, though.
Yeah. So Hilarielarson is a sommelier, also a travel food and wine writer. And at one point I sat down with her and I said, okay, we have all these questions about wine. And so on this segment, she sat down with me and gave me a lesson about the temperature of wine. And yes, Nancy, you can stick a thermometer in it. No, I'm kidding. I don't know, but listen, and I had wine with her. No, kidding. But here it is. A really good conversation, especially when you think about going out or when you go wine tasting and you buy wine and then you leave it in the car or whatever.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, so everybody stay tuned. So don't tell anybody, but right here on Big Blend Radio, we've had some Champagne Sundays emergencies. So, we needed to run out and get some champagne or Prosecco. We like to have Prosecco, too. And it's right before the show airs, especially as we travel the country. And then we realized, we need to get that cold. What do we do? And, things will pop before you think. And we need to talk about temperature of champagne, wine, and serving it and storing it. And so it's time for Wine 101 with Hilarielarson. Again, she's a sommelier and a wine educator, the co-owner of Northwinds Wine Consulting, and one of our Big Blend Radio experts and food, wine, and travel writer contributors. If you go to blendradioandtv.com, you'll see her in our expert department, and you'll be able to see her articles and interviews there. But also go to her website, northwindswineconsulting.com. She works with wineries and, also restaurants and everybody in the hospitality industry that works with wine. And so if you even pour a glass of wine in your business, call her. So it's 1-800-HILARY. I'm kidding. That's not her phone number. But anyway, Hilary, welcome back. And what do we do when we have these Champagne Sundays emergencies? Because then I run and I go, do I put it in the freezer? And that doesn't work. And then things do pop. It's
they do.
Crazy.
Yes, the freezer can be the enemy, especially if you forget that you put something in there.
Oh, it's hard. On the road, when we were traveling on the road, and then, okay, this is the true emergency. It's a Sunday, and you go to get champagne or Prosecco sometimes, whatever we can do. And sorry, ma'am, you're in the dry county on a Sunday. Now that's a true emergency. But and we've been there.
Is, and that one I can't help you with.
Yeah, but we have friends in places. Even though you didn't know it when you were there, people come out and they help you. And at that point, it doesn't matter what they're giving you. It can be whatever. It's like, okay, there's a bubble in it. We're going for it. And if it's still warm, we're doing it because tradition. by golly, is tradition. But yeah, I mean, how many times have we had dinner parties and suddenly forgot to take, you may have bought wine or something and then you didn't cool it, you didn't, what do we do at that point? Because
I know I think that's happened to all of us. But actually, you can chill a bottle of wine down pretty quickly. The fastest way is with ice water, not just ice, but ice water. So if you get yourself, some of us have beautiful wine coolers made specifically for this, but hey, just a bucket would do. Fill it with some ice, put some water in there so you have a nice soup of ice and water. Throw in a pinch of regular table salt and submerge your bottles in that. And after about, depending on what wine it is and how cold you want to get it, it should be at a nice drinking temperature in, say, 15 minutes.
Oh, so that's what I'm going to do in the next, and on the road we can do that. You can get ice.
Definitely.
Okay.
Ice and water. Just make sure that you take if you're on the road, what I find is really great, and I buy mine in France, but I'm sure you can find them online here. They're made of like a soft acrylic-y plastic, and they look like a little bag, a tall, thin bag with little handles on the top, and they fold flat, and then you can take that with you when you're traveling, take it down to the ice machine, put your ice in, get it back to the room, and put your water in, and stand your bottle up in it, and you're good to go.
Right on. We like this. I want one of those.
I know, they're wonderful.
The thing. So, okay, this is interesting because I'm going back to our champagne hikes. Nancy and I are into this. Hummingbirds like it. There's something about the champagne. And it's different. If you take white wine or red wine, it's different. Champagne, for some reason, hummingbirds circle, and butterflies.
Really? That's interesting.
I don't know if it's the yeast thing, because I don't know about the yeast differences between them all, but it seems to me like there's a difference. But anyway, when we travel, half the time we don't do the big cooler with the ice and all that stuff, but now I'm thinking that would work better. We have like one of those cooler bags, and you put your little blue ice blocks in, and half the time I wrap the bottles with these blue ice things, those little freezer things.
Yeah.
With, I take like a dishcloth and I'll wrap it around. But now I'm thinking that I should just go and get ice and water and put it in the cooler and take that instead. I just never thought that way.
Yeah, that's the quickest way to chill your wine down. I mean, you can put it in the freezer, but if you do, it actually takes a little bit longer than the ice water method, and you do risk, especially if you got a party going on or something and you get busy and you're distracted and you forget that your wine is in there, and the next thing you know, you've got a winesicle coming out of the top of the bottle. And once it's frozen, the wine's pretty well gone.
That happened. That's happened to my beer before, and then things can happen. I'm just saying, because I like things with bubbles. Beer and champagne go well. But anyway, so let's talk about temperatures of wine. So some of us have wine coolers, okay? Let's talk about that. Do you have a wine cooler per kind of wine, or do you have a specific temperature that red, white, and champagne are set at, like if you drink all of it, like us?
So if you have a wine fridge, you can get a lot of models that have usually two different zones in them. So you can have two different temperature settings. So, if you're going to just be cellaring your wine and keeping it in a perfect condition and perfect scenario so that you can enjoy it a year or so down the road, you can just take your wine fridge and set it around between 50 and 56. And that'll be just great. That'll keep it just like it was in some beautiful, dark, damp Parisian wine cellar. If you're going to be drinking your wines and you're just keeping them in there but you pull them out at a regular basis, then you probably want to have a lot of the times people take the top part of their wine fridge and set it to around 40, 45 degrees, and then they'll keep their whites and their sparkling wines and sometimes the rosés in that part, and then keep the bottom half a little warmer, say around that 55 to 58 degrees, and keep the red wines in that bottom section.
Okay.
And then if
now,
you pull your wine out and you want it a little cooler, you can always put it in the fridge or in that ice bucket. And if your reds come out and they're just a little bit warm, you can always just, run them under a warm tap for a few minutes or submerge them in some warm water for a few minutes.
Okay, so you at this point, if you do not put ice cubes in your wine, you keep the wine bottle in the ice, but you do not put the ice cube in the wine. Am I right with that?
No, I'm not an advocate of putting ice cubes in wine, although I have to say I've even seen people in France do that. The wine capital of the world, right? And I've seen lots of people do it. I don't like it because ice melts and it's going to dilute my wine, and I don't want that.
And what if it's bad water? Like, what if the ice is bad? Like, because I'm starting to think that our wine is probably better quality than our water these days.
I think so. Well, that's why the Romans and the Greeks drank so much wine, was because the water wasn't really suitable for consumption. So they drank wine and sometimes beer instead.
Wow. We've put ice in our wine because if you're in a really hot area, and we have been in, crazy temperatures, and you are outside, and you're in a place like that, and you're like, that's it. You're at this point, I want my glass of wine. I'm going to put ice in it, and it's the way it is. It changes it. It's not the same. You're already not in a normal place. You know what I mean? So at that point, it really doesn't matter. Like, if you're already doing that, you're already at that place. And it's like if you're outside and if it's patio wine or whatever, you're doing that. That's different. But you're not going to do it with your $100 bottle of wine. You're not going to put ice cubes in it, right?
Please.
Don't. I know. There's like wine at the poolside. There's wine for all occasions, and treat it appropriately with that.
Exactly.
You really the ice bucket thing, because we have like a nice, beautiful wine bucket, like you would put champagne or wine in it. And I remember you being on a show talking about, people have wine buckets, and you were describing one. It's a ceramic, and I'm like, we have one right there that we just unpacked, and we didn't even think it was
I remember that.
Yes,
that's when we were talking about how do you keep your chilled bottle of wine cool when you're sitting on your patio enjoying the sunset. And those are those nice ceramic or acrylic double-walled chillers. They don't actually cool your wine down, but once you take a chilled bottle and put it inside, it'll keep it at a constant temperature.
So we don't put ice in there then? You just let it be?
No.
Or do you put the ice in there? Oh.
No, with those ceramic chillers and the double-walled acrylic, they're basically just to hold the wine at a certain temperature. So you've already got your bottle of white wine at the perfect temperature. You've taken it out of your refrigerator or out of the ice bucket, and you want to take it outside or somewhere that's warmer. You don't want it to warm up while you're sipping away. So if you put it in one of these coolers, it'll just keep it at the right temperature so you can enjoy every sip.
Well, oopsie. Okay. I'm glad you told me that. So now, because you're on the show, and I know you and Rosé, right? So is rosé temperature the same as white wine or red wine?
Rosé usually falls sort of in the middle. Rosés, I like to have them, the lighter the wine or a sparkling wine, you want it colder. If a wine has, it's a white wine that has lots and lots of beautiful aromas, or a rosé, I like to have that just a little bit warmer, say around 45, 50 degrees, somewhere around there. So just a little bit warmer.
So cool. I have to ask, do you have one of those thermometers that people use to cook with? Do you go stick that in your wine glass to find out if it's the right temperature?
I have actually a wine thermometer.
Okay, so there's a wine thermometer. Okay, this is important news. Okay.
Yes, you can get little
one.
thermometers that are specifically for wine, and some of them have little hooks or little balancing things so you can rest it on the edge of your glass. I mean,
Seriously?
I don't use it very often, but we have done some experiments where we'll take a wine and we'll pour it in a couple of different, maybe 3 samples of it, and have them at different temperatures and see what the difference is in the way the wine tastes and smells. And it does make a difference.
Wow. It does. This is amazing stuff. I geek out on it. I think it's so cool because it's like, to me, what's so important is the winemaker goes through so much to grow the grapes, harvest the grapes, then make the wine. I mean, how long does it take to actually make a bottle of wine for it to be out and being poured? Like, how long are we looking at in general? Like,
well, it depends.
White
wines are the first wines to come out. So the grapes are harvested in September. So let's say last month they harvested Pinot Gris.
Mm-hmm.
It will probably be, most wines will probably put that in bottle in, say, February, March, somewhere around there. And then it'll be on the shelves anywhere from a couple of months to, from, say, 2 to 6 or 8 months later. Other wines, red wines, of course, they take longer because they go from once they're fermented, then they go in the barrel to rest and develop their flavors and mature. So those usually take, if the grapes are picked in September, they're probably in barrel for about a year, 2 years, or 3 years, and then they go into bottle. So white wine's much faster from, vineyard to your glass. And then red wines, and then champagnes are one of the longer ones, too, because those are cellared for quite a long time.
Well, what's interesting about the red wine is, like, you tend to drink that a little slower, and you tend to savor that a little bit more. Whereas the lighter wines, I was laughing about patio wines, but, white wines, too, depending, there's this savor at moment. But, we were talking about this on the show before where, the white wine comes out earlier, and you start with champagne or sometimes end with champagne, depending what's going on. But there's that. It's interesting. It seems like it's the march of the white wines, and we take our time, and then finally we get to the red.
Well, and I think white wines, too, they're just, because most of them, not all, but a lot of white wine varieties are lighter and more refreshing, and they are served chilled. So they're a nice way to sort of begin your meal. They perk up your taste, and the acidity of the wine perks up your taste buds and gets your mouth salivating and ready to enjoy your meal. And they tend to go better with, say, starters like seafood or salads and sort of the lighter things that we begin a meal with. Whereas the red wines maybe come later because you've already got your palate warmed up and you've had some food, and then you have the bigger wines, they go with the bigger food, with your bigger proteins, your meats, and so on. And so,
but it just seems
definitely.
To go with
there's a method to the madness.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's just interesting how it all kind of has its cycle and how the cycles unite in a way. That's what I'm saying. It's interesting. And then we haven't even talked about sheep yet and biodynamic wine. There's cycles there. There's environmental cycles that happen with wine. So very cool stuff. Thank you so much for giving us some tips on temperature. Again, everyone, you can go to northwindswineconsulting.com. And also, she is on Twitter. Hilary's on Twitter, so you can go to Northwinds Wine, Northwinds Wine on Facebook and Instagram. And again, go to blendradioandtv.com, and you'll find Hilary under the expert department, or just type in Hilary on any of the search boxes of both our websites, also nationalparktraveling.com, because she also writes about wine destinations there as well. Thank you so much, Hilary.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
See, there you are, Nancy. Wine temperature.
That's right.
That's it.
It makes a difference.
I had no idea there was so much behind wine temperature. You know?
You can taste the difference, for sure.
For sure. No more ice in the wine. Who would want to dilute the wine?
Not me, but I am interested in getting a winesicle.
A winesicle. I know, right? I know. We've talked a lot about picnics today, and, of course, wine and keeping your wine temperature correct on your picnics. That's an important thing, and we got some great recipes. But now there's the activity. What can you do when you have a picnic? And we say take spontaneous with you and play spontaneous. Don't you think, Nancy?
Yeah, that's fun.
Here's a little clip of how it all works. Spontaneous Rob is here on Big Blend Radio to share how his Amazon best-selling and award-winning board game works. Spontaneous, the song game, is perfect for families. I think just about anyone who enjoys music. Rob, how old or how young do we have to be to play Spontaneous?
You can be any age because everyone listens to music, and you don't even have to be talented to play. In fact, that's our slogan is sing it or shout it, talent not required.
We like that. We like that around here. And how many people do you need to play the board game?
Usually works best with 4 or more people. I'd say the more the merrier because then you have more song banks involved in the game.
Okay, so when you talk about song banks, let's talk about how this game works. Because I know when I opened up Spontaneous, I didn't have to really read too many rules. It seems that it's pretty easy. So just how easy is it?
It's really pretty simple. It's based on the concept of word association with lyrics. So someone will say a word, and whoever can spontaneously burst into a tune that contains that word would win the round. So somebody, the example of how the game came about was somebody said, "We're going to the mountains tomorrow if you want to go," and another person spontaneously burst into a tune that contained mountain. And
so, if I said, "Ain't no mountain high enough," that would be good?
Yeah, that is all you need.
And
at
I
least
didn't
5
even
words.
sing it.
It's that simple.
So did I win? That's what I want to know. Did
sing
I
it or
win?
shout it. Talent not required.
Easy peasy, everybody. Spontaneous is the song game, and that's where you go to get it. Go to songgame.com. Of course, you'll also find it on Amazon. Thanks so much, Rob.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I think the hardest word for a picnic game, for Spontaneous, would be picnic. Can you think of a song with picnic?
The Teddy Bear's Picnic.
Oh, yeah. The Bob Dylan one.
Yeah. Well, one's the Teddy Bear, and the other one was the Bear Valley.
Yeah, and there was that movie Picnic, Somewhere My Love. So there is, definitely.
Somewhere My Love.
Somewhere My Love and Picnic were songs that could be merged together. I can't explain that.
Okay.
You see, this is what happens when you have no wine on a Sunday. This is not good. You start merging songs together. I want to thank everyone for joining us, all of our guests, and we're going to be back on Monday because, as I was saying earlier, Big Blend Radio is here every day at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Thursday, Friday through Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So I want to thank all of our listeners. You guys rock. And we will be back Monday with, we're going to be talking bluegrass. Cool. We have the Price Sisters joining us with their full-length album, A Heart Never Knows. Really good stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. And travel writer Debbie Stone is back on the show talking about St. Simon's Island in Georgia. Pelicans and all kinds of good stuff. Yeah. So that's our next show. And, of course, just go to bigblendradio.com for all the other show listings. And we're on Twitter at Big Blend Mag and Facebook under Big Blend Radio and TV Magazine. We've got to close with some music.
Yeah, we do.
And picnics are usually spring and summer. Here in Tucson, we also like to do in fall and winter since we're out in the desert. But Summer Wine, I think, is the perfect song for today's show. This is from Shelley King. She is based out of Austin. She's an awesome singer-songwriter, blues queen, soul queen, a little bit of everything in there when it comes to Americana music. Her latest album is Fan Faves, and you can get it at shelleyking.com and also listen to our interview with her if you go to blendradioandtv.com. So here it is, summer wine. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I've been thinking about getting away. Maybe I just need a little escape, away from all this busying around. Find a little time to come unwound. It's so easy to get caught up in this race, with so many dreams to chase. Then I hear that song on the radio, making me wanna go out in the sunshine, sip a little summer wine, slow dancing in the park, stay there till after dark. Sweet sound, soft and low, song on the radio. Maybe we could take a little drive out past the city to the countryside, holding hands and talking about love, away from all this push and shove. Take some time to look into your eyes, reconnect our disconnected lives. Remember how it used to be, when all that mattered was you and me. It's so easy to get caught up in this race, with so little time to waste. Then I hear that song on the radio, making me wanna go out in the sunshine, sip a little summer wine, slow dancing in the park, stay there till after dark. Sweet sound, soft and low, song on the radio. After all is said and done, you know you are my only one. Oh, darling, give your love to me. Then we'll hear our song on the radio, making us wanna go out in the sunshine, sip a little summer wine, slow dancing in the park, stay there till after dark. Sweet sound, soft and low, song on the radio. Do 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 do.